Today we're going to talk about 5 cheap businesses you can start under 500 bucks. All right, if you're wondering why is he making this video about 5 cheap businesses you can start under under $500, well, reason being, if you check out a video that I did a couple of years ago, it's the highest, it has the most views out of any video that I ever done. And why lie? Why lie? I'm a clout chaser. I'm chasing clout. I'm being smart. People want to see the video. This is a growing YouTube channel. So I figured, why not ride the wave for this video that I think is absolutely horrible and make a better one with more content. So before I get into that, if you haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Alright? And if you want to watch that horrible video that I did, it's in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. Needless to say, 5 cheap businesses you can start under $500. One of the first things that you can start is car referral businesses. Sidebar: these businesses that I'm talking about, you can pretty much do from anywhere in the world, and these are very cheap and inexpensive to start. Some don't cost anything to start. Number one is a car referral business. If you're not familiar with what a car referral business is, it essentially is when you are selling cars for other people, okay? So you're basically partnering up with local car dealerships, ideally. A lot of times these are smaller dealerships where they have used cars, because I feel like those are a little bit more effective. And you're asking if you can sell cars for them because you have a car referral business and you want to sell vehicles for them. So basically what you do is you take their vehicles, you post it on OfferUp, you post it on LetGo, you post it on Craigslist, you do some marketing for it on their behalf as long as you get permission. And anytime you forward customers to that dealership, all you have to do is have them say your company name or your name once you partner up with the dealership, and most of the time they're going to tell you yes, because obviously who wouldn't say yes if you're selling my cars for me without me doing anything. Each time someone buys a car, you simply get credit for it, you get commission for it, you just do the marketing for it. And if you watch my videos and if you ask in the comments what you want me to talk about, I can help you talk about it if this is what you want me to talk about, because that's what we do at Jeremiah Vegan on this channel. We talk about lead generating and digital marketing. So boom. The next business that you can start is you can be a math teacher. Now, if you're like me and you suck at being a math teacher, this probably isn't for you, even though you could still start a math teacher business. You just hire someone, you just do the digital marketing for that math teacher, and you just take a percentage of the funds that people pay you, and you just release the funds to whoever you're hiring to do the math teaching. But you could be a math teacher for different for students and stuff like that, and it's easy to market. It's pretty inexpensive. You can go to different college boards. You can run like Facebook ads in different areas. You can do flyers where you can make you can go to like Kinko's or FedEx or something like that, UPS or something, or that's the same thing, UPS or something like that. Get orange flyers because they get your attention, and you want to go in neighborhoods where their families at. And then you want to wedge, you can basically just put flyers in people's doors and put flyers in all of those local restaurants and laundry mats that have those little bulletin boards on them where people put their cards at. You can just get your name out that way. And it's multiple ways for you to market your business if you want to be a math teacher or want to have a math teaching tutoring business. Okay, if you want me to talk about that more, I can give you more ideas if you just leave that in the comments. We're trying to grow this channel, and I'm trying to get those regular visitors watching. 3 is a moving business. Okay, so you can start a moving business. It's very inexpensive to start. I think you can probably start one right at $500, and maybe even less, because what you can do is you don't necessarily need a moving business to actually have a moving business. Let me tell you what you can do. I saw a video about this guy, Rohan. Shout out to Rohan. He did a video. He's in this Facebook group that's a part of. He became a millionaire by having a moving business without actually having a moving business. What he did was he created a website, and it was a moving website. It was professionally done. He had the phone number for it. He had different numbers. The website looked really nice, right? And then what he did was he put an ad out on Craigslist, looking for people who have their own truck and who are looking to move people, right? So he had that part. He had people just sending him emails, constantly applying to his jobs. Then what he did was he posted his job. What he did was he paid for his business to get listed on Thumbtack. He paid for his business to get listed on Thumbtack, and what he did was each time he got somebody to book him on Thumbtack, he would just hire one of those people who responded to one of his ads on Craigslist. And I know some people might say, well, what if why would you do that? Aren't you afraid of them stealing your customers? That's a good question. But what you can do is you can simply do a contract where you can do like an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. That's a contract that you can do, and you can also do a contract prior to hiring them. Let them know that they, under any circumstances, they cannot solicit to the customer. If you find out that they're soliciting and you communicate with that customer that you guys will not be able to, you don't have to give the mover a tip or however you want to set it up, cash or anything for services. Under any circumstances, your mover that you subcontract through cannot solicit to your customers under any circumstances. If you do, it's a fine. You can put that in the contract, and then you can also say it requires doc of pay and stuff like that. You can just do contracts that could limit. I'm not going to necessarily say stop, but it can limit people from taking your contracts and soliciting to your customers. That's pretty much what you can do. Unless you want to be creative and go about it another way. But that's an idea that you can start under $500. The next thing that you can do is you can be a graphic designer. Graphic designer is something that you can actually learn. If you're interested in graphics and wanted to be a good graphic designer, I suggest that you surround yourself with graphic designers that are actually good, because there are some people that are graphic designers and their graphics aren't good. Their images aren't good. It's actually subpar. You want to surround yourself with the best of the best. Network with people. Go on LinkedIn, look for graphic designers in your area locally, and go out to lunch, go out to Panera, go out to a coffee shop, network with them, and just let them know that you just want to have more graphic designers in your network so you guys can build a network and work with each other in the future if you guys have projects for each other once you guys reach a certain level. However you want to word it, you can do that. And also, people wonder, well, I don't know how to do graphic design. Well, YouTube, you can look up YouTube videos on how to create graphic design. You can go on Udemy and get a cheap course that teaches you how to do graphic design. Or you can hire someone who does graphic design and just take a percentage off of what they're getting whenever you market and get customers or clients for graphic design work. Okay, so basically, let's say you want graphic design from me, right? I am decent at graphic design, but I'm not the best, right? So what I would do is I'll hire one of my graphic designers or my subcontractors, my partners, to I'll outsource the work to them, and we'll just take a percentage of what we did. We'll just take a percentage of the work, percentage of the amount that we got from the client, and just outsource it and give it to the actual person that's doing the work. So you guys can be creative. The next thing that you can do is you can have a staffing agency. Alright, staffing agencies are everywhere, right? You can do business development. Essentially, is when you are cold calling businesses, inquiring about different things, inquiring about people who are needing jobs fulfilled, and you have to find your niche. Okay, now I'm not gonna go too much in depth on how to start a staffing agency, because it just takes a lot of time. You can talk about so many things, and I don't want this video to be too long. So I suggest that you look up how to start a staffing agency on Google or on YouTube. I've already done it, and I know there's some content out there that teaches you how to start your own staffing agency. I suggest you just be creative and you just become a visionary. All right. Next thing that I want you to do and keep in mind when you start the staffing agency, if this is something that you want to start, make sure that you are not overspending. Just because you have $500 don't mean you have to spend $500. If you have $500, try to spend $100 or $50 or no money, and then that way, then leverage what you have to spend to invest in your business. Okay. To be honest with you though, if you actually are being creative and you're watching some of my videos when it comes to lead generating, you don't have to necessarily spend any money to do a staffing agency, you know, if you do it the right way. And you can, if you want, you can hire me to do it. You can hire me to do it, $450. We'll get you set up. We'll do like, you just go ahead, go on jeremiahviggy.com, click on LinkedIn lead generating, and we'll do it for you, generate the leads for you, because your business will be B2B, and boom, we'll get you some leads, and we guaranteed a minimum amount of 10. So because what we'll do is we'll keep running the LinkedIn campaign until you have a minimum amount of leads. That minimum amount of leads, it could be more than that. So those are five businesses that you guys can start under $500 or at $500. So hopefully that gives you guys some value. Hopefully that gives you guys some content to kind of leverage from and get you going in the right direction. 5 cheap businesses that you will start under $500 online. Yeah, don't forget, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I do a video. Why do I have to say this every freaking video? I'm being really silly today. Subscribe! 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 Hey!